afternoon, Geminis. How are you? Look at my red nose. I was just out walking and it's chilly, but it's beautiful. Try to get out as much as I can before the actual snows of winter and the minus 20 degrees comes out. Here today to do your yearly reading. I'll pull a card for each month of the year for 2021 upcoming. And I hope that I kind of, from this community, kind of posed the question, do you want me to do the regular January reading? Would you like me to do the whole year reading and then starting February 1st go back to the monthly readings? And that was pretty much what everybody wanted, was for me to do the yearly reading, pull a card for each of the months. And so I thought I would start that. And I'm Gemini, so I'm going to get those out before the first of the year, and I'm going to start with some angel cards. I start with 3 angel cards to kind of give you a feel for the collective of how things are going. I know we just had the full moon a couple of nights ago, or last night and the night before, and I think that's important for you to remember, because the new moon is in Cancer, and Cancer is a lovely, nurturing, motherly sign. So the energy that you'll be feeling right now is a lot calmer than the energy we've seen or we've heard or we've been in the middle of for the last couple of months, right? The energy just has been so frazzled and frenzied and full of frustration and rage and so forth, and that's really going to change over the next few weeks as we move into 2021. We will take a look. Like I said, I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot, the Imperial deck, and I'll clarify anything with the Rider-Waite deck that I have here. I have them right here, you can see. And so I shuffled these. Let's see what we get. We have Precious Time. So this is, I think, really making us, so I think 2020 really made us look at the things that were very important to us, and I think that's what Gemini, this card, is telling us. You know, the people that are important to us, the times that are important to us, the memories that are important to us, just making sure that we're grateful for everything that we're a part of, and that we can be a part of, because you never know, right? Things slip away from us, time slips away from us, people unfortunately slip away from us, and it's sad. And so this is just paying attention to the time, paying attention, you know, look how many clocks are in this room, but really paying attention, not so much the time of day, but just where we are and what we're doing and how we're being grateful and how we're appreciating the universe and all it offers us, okay? The second angel card that I'm pulling is Shine From Within. So this is definitely, I'm sure the cards will show us this, but this card is definitely about acknowledging all that you are, acknowledging you for the wonderful person that you are, the kind, compassionate, caring soul, the light worker, the person that may be starting on their journey of light work is what I'm hearing for some of you. So maybe starting on your journey of doing tarot readings or psychic readings or finding out more about it. Maybe it's something that fascinates you. And you've been doing it for a while, but you really haven't applied yourself or put it into motion. And I think this is the year that you'll definitely be doing that. And shining, like I said, like the card says, shine from within. Show your true inner self. Show your beauty, and don't be afraid to express it among your friends and your family, okay? The final card I have is Fairy Spotting, which is really cool. This is all about making sure that we pay attention to the unexpected, the things we don't expect to see in this lifetime, the things that surprise us and catch us off guard, like fairies, right? Fairies that come around and move our car keys or change something in our house or make us feel like we're going a little bit crazy because something might have been moved and we know we didn't move it. You know, fairy spotting is fairies come out and they play little tricks on us, and that's what evidently is going to be in your future. So let's take a look at the cards for the months and let's see where that fits in, and we'll take off for 2021 and see what happens. So I'm going to shuffle the deck. You can see me shuffling here. I'll try to put this down a little bit more so you can see. There you go. My nose is running from being outside. It's really a lot chillier than I thought. I thought I could do a long walk today, but it's the wind is making it a lot colder than the temperature says it is. So a little too cold for me. A little too cold for me today. Okay. Let's shuffle the cards and cut them and see where we end up. And we're going to start with the month of January. Remember, you always have the opportunity taking reservations and scheduling appointments for personal readings, half-hour and hour-long readings through northernlights.one, which is listed below. And I'll be doing those for the January and February, so people can call and schedule their appointments now or give them even as gifts. I can send gift certificates out. I also have a donations of love button down below. Thank you for those of my subscribers who have been generous in helping to keep the channel going. I really appreciate your generosity, and I'm very grateful that you're all here. And to all of my new subscribers who are subscribing, and make sure you hit the notification bell, which is down over here. Yeah, it's right below the video, so that you can be notified. I come on 3 or 4 times a week, and I do live readings for the first 20 people that are my subscribers. Okay, you definitely need to be a subscriber to my channel, and I do free readings for my subscribers. And if you hit the notification bell, then you will be notified when I come on and I do that. Okay, so I'd love to have you join the channel. If you haven't already, welcome. And let's start off with January, Gemini, and see where we are. Gemini, January starts off with the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is almost always like a heartbreak, something that kind of comes in and might be left over from 2020. I'm hearing, so this could be something that you're getting over and you're starting to heal from. This could be something in the past. I don't feel like it's something moving forward in January. I don't think there's a new heartache awaiting for you. I think over the holidays you may have been disappointed. Something may have happened that really made you feel sad or made you feel heartbroken. And now your heart is starting to heal, and that's what all the light is that it's around it. It's starting to vibrate. It's starting to heal again. The light is coming up from down below. All the dark clouds are going away. So this is definitely in the past. Okay, so your January might be a month of healing for you. It may be a month where you call on Archangel Raphael to come in and offer some healing, and maybe somebody around you that needs healing. But I feel like it's still going to be a good month. I am going to pull a clarifying card on this, just to make sure that we are talking about the same thing, and there's nothing that I'm missing for the month of January for you, Gemini. Let's take a peek and see. Okay. Rider-Waiter deck, we have the Rider-Waite deck, we have the Hermit. So this heartbreak, or if somebody broke your heart, or if somebody is tearing at your heartstrings kind of thing and making you make a decision, is leading us to the Hermit. And the Hermit is a Virgo usually. That's the sign of Virgo, is what it represents. But the Hermit is also going within. So maybe going within and spending some time alone, spending some time by yourself, spending some time healing this heart, right? That may have come up and is breaking, and now you're starting to get it better. The Hermit is going within and making changes. Maybe you're deciding you definitely don't want to go with this kind of person again. Maybe this kind of person that pulls away, or is too involved with his family, or is long distance. Maybe you're going to go in within yourself and make that decision. So the Hermit is often going in and making changes on herself, looking at our shadow side, right? He's holding the light, though. So whenever you're ready, and whenever you feel like you're ready to come out and face the world again, and feel like you can really change things around, that light is just waiting. It's just shining its beacon, waiting for you to come out. Okay? So the month of January may be a little bit about healing this heart, this broken heart, or this sadness that you feel, this overwhelming sadness. And you can heal it, and you can make it better, and you can look at the inside and see, what can I change to make it better? Okay? And it's definitely within reach, so don't feel saddened by that. That's a good thing to be able to heal. Okay? So February, we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is all about being stuck in a situation. Maybe this is you. Maybe you're getting over this heartache and you're ready to release it, but you just can't seem to release it yet. And maybe that's what February is going to be about. It's finally you reaching up and taking these chains off and releasing yourself from the binds that are making you stay stuck in this old relationship. It could be that this old relationship, I'm hearing, that you feel heartbreak over, that you feel heartache over, is a past life relationship. And they're quite often the hardest to break. They're quite often the hardest to let go of. So it could be that you're just really struggling. You're really hanging on for dear life, but you're starting to lose your money. You're starting to lose everything by hanging on, right? This is you just being stuck and not being able to move forward at all. So you really, when you had that Hermit and you went inside, you really need to make a decision. Do I want to stay holding on to this person that maybe has caused me pain, or maybe has decided they don't want to hang on to me right now, you know? really building that respect for yourself, because how you treat yourself is how others will treat you, right? So you want to make sure that you treat yourself well, you let go, you get out of this stuck mode, and you be able to move forward. And I feel like January and February are you beginning to see those opportunities for you to move forward and beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel that, gee, you know what, there's things that are better out there for me. I don't need to stay in this stuck position. I don't need to stay with this person that's not treating me right or not treating me well. I deserve better. Okay, Gemini, that's February. For March, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. He's in a red robe, and this, every time I see this red robe, all I can think of is your root chakra, you know, grounding yourself, making sure in March that you're really grounded, you really stay true to your feelings, you trust your intuition. The 4 is the number of angels, so there's lots of angels around you that are helping you with that. But this is a time, 4s are often a time of respite, a time of rest, and he's handing you these as if you don't have to bother with them right now. He's taking care of them. Go back to your roots. Go back to why it is you feel you need to be grounded. January, February, and March so far, Gemini, have really been healing cards for you, have really been cards about looking at what's happened maybe in 2020, and maybe you need a little bit of time to heal. And this is another card of real healing. The angels are around you. So pick up on that. Enjoy that. Surround yourself with that. Know that they're around you. Call them in to help you when you need them. And know that this is still a healing time for you. Okay? Gemini, in April, I have the 10 of Pentacles, and now we're back to work. Now we're back to doing the things that make us happy. Now we're back to doing the things where we're feeling like we're accomplishing something. So I feel like you're healing, although it still may be going on because the dark is moving away and the light clouds are coming in. You've reached the fruition of these wands, right? Wands have to do, sometimes it's quite often has to do with a fire sign like an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. Could also be a Capricorn, I'm hearing. But it could be that you've reached the pinnacle. You're putting in your last pentacle. You're finishing something that you've really wanted to finish. And this is going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of accolades, and you'll be ready to move on. You'll be ready to let go, and you'll be ready to move on. So this is like the month where you're finally letting go. You're finally finishing everything that has to do with what it is you were working on, and you're moving on. Okay? And that's for the month of April. The month of May, we have the 5 of Swords. Fives are quite often about can be a self-isolation, can be about dissolution, can be about feeling sorry for ourselves, feeling like there's nothing out there for ourselves. And if you look at the picture in the background, it does look pretty desolate, doesn't it? It looks like it's battered and worn, and maybe had caught on fire and then went away. Not that there's going to be a fire, but just that's how you're looking at it. You picked up all these swords. The way you're holding them are very haphazard. You're not really paying attention to yourself because, look, you're getting cuts on your sleeves and your arms, and the horse is standing here in the background. But look, the clouds are lifting in this month of May. The clouds are lifting and the sky is starting to get brighter. So this is a time where you can turn this around. This is a time where, you know, maybe you're having thoughts and you're going back to the beginning of the year again, and you're going back to really missing this person that caused you heartache. And I really feel like so much of this reading, you know, shine from within, fairy spotting, it's all about looking within yourself and looking at the things that you're doing and how you treat yourself. Okay? And this card is definitely about letting go. 5s are definitely about you know, isolation and negativity, etc. But you can turn this around with your own free will. I am going to draw a card on this one only because we started to head in the right direction in April, but now you're falling back a little bit and you're starting to feel a little bit of that grief, or, you know, you need your swords. You have one that you're holding up like you need to battle. The swords are truth. So maybe you're going to hear a truth about something. Swords are often air signs, which could be an Aquarius, it could be a Libra, it could be a Gemini like yourself. And maybe you're dealing with one of those signs, and maybe you're dealing with one of them either at work or at home, but it's also causing you to be ready to fight, feel like you need to be in fight or flight mode all the time. And that's kind of an awful place to always have to live. So let's find out why that's happening. Let's pull a card for May for Gemini 2021. Let's pull a card for May for Gemini for 2021. And we have the Knight of Wands. Knights are movement, okay, which is great. The wand has a lot of new growth, new opportunity, new beginnings. So you're starting to see that. You're ready to put down these swords. You're ready to take a look at the truth, but say, you know what? I don't need to be surrounded by that anymore. I can move out of that and move into this moving forward. Wands are fire energies. They light a fire underneath you, right? It's an Aries, it's a Leo, it's a Sagittarius. And I'm still hearing Capricorn involved. So this could be meeting somebody new that you're interested in. This could be moving forward and meeting somebody new. This could be moving forward with work. Either way, it's a really nice card, knowing that you're actually taking action, and that the things you were doing with this wand, with the growth that's coming out of this wand, it's all brand new. You know, in this card there was no growth, right? But you're taking the opportunity to let go of this. And this card is showing that. You're letting go of the desolateness. You're letting go of the despair or the feeling that you're stuck in this truth and you're never going to get out of it. And you're saying, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to let this go. It no longer serves me. I'm going to move forward and take in and bring in whatever newness I can bring in. And that's what this Knight of Wands is doing for you. Okay? And that's for May. And for June, Gemini, I have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups, cups are all about water signs, right? Water signs are Pisces, they're Cancer, they're Scorpio. And you could be dealing with one of those water signs. It looks like the waters are really rough behind you, don't they? It looks like you're coming from a point. You're facing forward now, and the waters are rough behind you. But looking forward now, the way you're sitting very nonchalantly. You're not feeling like the need to sit up straight. You're not feeling the need to hold on to anything that no longer serves you. These cups are all about emotions, and you're coming out. Look at the light shining from you. It's beautiful. You're glowing. You're finally coming out of this. Let's see, June. You're finally coming out of this and realizing, I don't have to face any more of this. You know, it's been a long haul, Gemini. The first few months have really been a long haul for you, but he's sitting so nonchalantly. He's sitting so comfortably holding his cup. He's got the two seahorses, which are good luck, on his shoulders, and you're coming into smoother waters. You're coming out of rough waters into smoother waters. So it's really been kind of an up and down roller coaster ride for you. But you know, notice the fairies, notice the fun things in your life. Pay attention to the things, because moving forward, that's what you've got here. That's what you've got, is this fun. You've got this wonderful water energy. You've got this wonderful emotions that are surrounding you and making you happy again. So June will be a much nicer month. July, here you go, you're moving forward. You've let everything go. You're no longer even facing the cups that are here. You're no longer facing the emotions that are down here. You have no need to turn them around. You're ready to just take off on your new journey. Remember, a few months back we had that was in the Rider-Waite deck. We had the Knight of Pentacles, where you're taking off, right? I mean, the Knight of Wands, where you're taking off to that new growth. And here it is too. It's the same with the cups. You're still dealing possibly with a water sign. Again, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but this is where you're not even looking behind. You're not even caring what other people think anymore. You just know the direction you want to head in, and you're taking off. And yay, good for you. It's June, and it's time. I mean, yeah, it's June, right? 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's July. It's July, and it's time, right? I had summer months, and I knew it was summer, but this is July, and this is when you start to take off, and you're taking off towards the things you want. You're no longer looking at the things that hurt you in the past. You're no longer paying attention to what other people were telling you. This is you on your own, ready to take off on your own journey. You have your walking stick. You're going into nature. You're leaving all this. Some cups are overturned that you've looked at, and some others you don't even care to look at. You don't need to look at the emotions behind them, because you're very sure of yourself. You're trusting your judgment. You're trusting your own intuition here, okay? So July is a time of taking off, which is nice. And taking off quickly, because August is that chariot, which moves very quickly, right? Moves fast. So you may be taking off, and you may decide as soon as you take off, or you may find out in July you're starting to take off, and in August you really take off, right? You're really going in that direction. You've found your niche. Maybe it's finding a new job, maybe it's finding a new love, but you're settling in quickly. You're settling in comfortably. And the chariot, that's what it's all about, is movement forward, which we already saw in July, right? We saw that movement forward as you're starting to take off on your journey, and the chariot's continuing that, and the chariot is moving quickly. So in August you'll still be continuing on that journey of self-fulfillment, of finding what it is you're looking for. Lovely. September, you have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, you're really, again, taking off on that journey, movement. Knights are all about movement, but look at all the blues here, all the beautiful healing colors. So you're taking time to really pay attention to everything around you. The nurturing of the waterfalls that are falling on both sides of the horse, some over here, some over here. If I were you, I'd see the brightness in the sky for sure, but I would look up what an eagle represents, because I'm sure it's strength and guidance and so many things that I'm not aware of, but it's showing up in your card and I'm noticing it. The only thing you need to know is, now that you've taken off and now that you've moved so fast and you're taking off on this journey, right, from June, July, and now, I mean, from oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, June, July, and August. Now that you're doing that, it doesn't seem right. September, okay. You know, now that you're doing that, you're at the end of the cliff. The horse is at the end of the cliff here, isn't he? You have to turn around or back up. You have to change your plans. So you may be heading in a direction that's wonderful for you, but you suddenly are stopping. So I don't know if you've reached that pinnacle and you've reached that place you wanted to go, or you've reached that person and you're dating a new person that you really like and you don't need to move forward anymore. I'm going to stay right here where I am. I'm very happy. In order to do so, you have to back the horse up, right? So he doesn't fall off the cliff. You don't want to go any further forward. You want to back up now. You want to enjoy the calmness of this card. You want to enjoy the light that's starting to come through the clouds in September. You want to really take advantage of that. Swords, again, are air signs. So if you haven't already found somebody in water signs, which we talked about, maybe there's someone in the sword signs, which is your sign, Gemini. It's air signs. It's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But it's definitely a time when you've got your sword raised and you're going to realize soon, you know what, I'm really comfortable here. I don't need to keep pushing forward like I did in June, July, and August. I can stop. It's September. I'm going to stop and enjoy what's around me. I'm going to really pay attention. I'm going to do the fairy spotting, right? I'm going to really shine from within. And it's time. It's time that I do those things. It's time that I really realize that I can take this time. I don't need to move forward anymore. I don't know if you felt that at some point that you were running away, but you don't need to anymore. You're comfortable where you are. And in September is when that light bulb goes off and says, hey, this is a good thing I've got. I'm going to hang around for a while. I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to enjoy every minute. Really nice card for September. October, we have the Page. So you're going to hear it's the Page of Wands, which is a fire sign. The clouds are lifting. You've got the brighter sunshine coming in. His wand is lit, so he's ready to go if he needs to. And you're going to get some kind of a message. It's a messenger. The Page always brings in messages, right? So messenger of what I'm hearing is messenger of love. So it could be that this person that you stopped for and that you're really enjoying, you're really starting to notice that this person is somebody you might want to hang with. You might want to stay with for a while. They might be offering you the things. You're not in a hurry. It looked like you're ready to walk, but you're deciding to stay and enjoy. And let the sun come up here, right? Let the clouds leave. You know, you keep bringing in these clouds. You keep bringing in these old memories. It's as if you can't let go of that one person. And your angels keep telling me, and Spirit keeps telling me, and these cards are very obviously telling me that you need, Spirit is saying, you know, let go, finally, cut the binds, cut the tether that you're tethered to, and let go, and really let this new person in, okay? Because that's what's happening here. Is you know, September and October are both months where you're finally letting this person really come in and be a part of your life, which is nice. And November, motherly, divine feminine. Be careful of a pregnancy, I'm hearing pretty loudly with this card from your spirit guide. So maybe there's someone in your family that's getting pregnant and you're hearing about it. If it's you and it's not something you want, be careful, I'm hearing, because it could be a month of that. But this is the Empress. This is the card of motherly love, of genuine caring, of taking care of everybody. The queen of the tarot deck, right? The Empress is the all-knowing, the all-loving, the all-giving. And that's where you are now. And that's where you are in this relationship, is you're really taking over that nurturing role. And it suits you well, rather than being in that worrying role that you were in at the beginning of the year, Gemini. Okay? And finally in December, it's birth and rebirth, death and rebirth. Beautiful card. It couldn't get any better. I feel like this is you finally leaving everything behind, realizing 2021 was, the beginning of the year was really tough. I had to let go of that person. I finally came into my own in June, July, and August. I finally realized I could move on from this person with a little bit of a setback, but here I go, moving forward in September, moving forward in October. November was all the nurturing and the loving, and now it's just kind of putting that tombstone to that person. Not literally, like this person didn't die, but putting that final cap on that relationship, on that old relationship that stayed with you for so long that you just couldn't get rid of. And then the rebirth of realizing this new person is exactly who you want them to be. Okay, I'm going to pull a card from the deck, the Rider-Waite deck, to clarify the death and rebirth card, the transformation card, where you really transform yourself, right? You really feel good about yourself. You see the two swords that are down? This is you finally putting things down. Remember, we had the swords at the beginning where you were holding on to all of them in that 5. I think it was January, February, or March, where you were really holding on to the need, and now you're putting everything down. You're looking behind you. The brightness behind you, your solar plexus is opening up. You're feeling very, within your boundaries. You're setting strong boundaries. You're standing in your own power. You're feeling really wonderful. You're starting to put these swords down. You know that this birth and rebirth this death and rebirth is a wonderful time for you to let go, right? Let go of the things that no longer serve you. All these swords you were holding on to, they don't serve any purpose. You don't need to be on guard anymore with this person, because this is your person. You found them. So enjoy. It's a beautiful way to end the year. I love it, Gemini. Your 12 months told quite a story, and I really feel like the story is you really taking some time to, at the very beginning of the year anyway, letting go and hearing your own intuition telling you, this isn't where I need to be, this isn't the person I need. Even if there was someone from the past, you had that tough entanglement for a few months with yourself, that tough battle of actually letting go, but knowing that there was something better out there for you that you were heading towards in June, July, and August, and September, and finally finding it, right? Finding that person that you've been looking for. So you stood still for a while. You really are enjoying it. You're really taking everything in. You're fairy spotting. You're really taking everything in that's going to make you happy. And then the final month, the death and the rebirth, finally letting go, finally putting the final goodbye to that person, and knowing that you love the person that you're with. You're very nurturing. You're very caring. You're very loving, and that person is the same way back. So it's a wonderful relationship, and I feel like this whole year has been about getting rid of one relationship, moving somebody new in for you. And even if you weren't in a relationship at the beginning of the year, the idea of this person was still with you. They could have been an ex, but you had a tough time. You were always comparing, is what I'm hearing. And Spirit's telling me you're finally letting go of them. As you get towards the end of the year, you're enjoying this new person wonderfully. They treat you wonderful, and you're having a great time. So it's perfect. It's really a nice ending to the year. And the whole year, it's up and down, but you've always got your wits about you. You're very strong intuitively, Gemini. So just listen to your gut feeling. Always follow that gut. You'll know when it's time to leave. You'll know when it's time to let go of the things that no longer serve you, and to hold on and to bring in and to manifest those things that you want, right? It's a really good year. So I hope you have a happy new year. I hope I see you on here in a couple of days when I come on live again. Make sure you hit the subscribe and the notify button. And enjoy. 2021 looks pretty wonderful. Take care.